Tim, it's great to be with you. We're so happy that we had this time together to learn more about you and to talk about downtown Dallas.
Thank you, Shelley. It is always a pleasure to be with you. Always.
I know that you had really wanted to be in Dallas today, but your schedule didn't permit it. So this is the second best version of the elusive Mr. Headington.
That may be. That may be. I appreciate that. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to be with you all in person today. We are. I'm part of a project we're shooting overseas today, so can't be with you, but happy to be with you on tape.
We'll have more about that in a minute. Over the past few years, Tim, obviously you've made a big imprint on downtown Dallas. A series of high-profile acquisitions and buildings have happened. The first, of course, being the amazing Jewel Hotel, which has certainly turned into a Dallas icon. And then most recently, your acquisition of a number of major buildings in the Main Street district. But before that, you actually had the foresight to acquire the beautiful mosaics, which were part of the Mercantile Building, and you have secured those. So I have a question. I think we all have a question. Obviously, you are an incredible businessman and very successful, but is there more to the reason that you've done all of this for downtown Dallas?
Well, it's an interesting story, I suppose, in its own way. It certainly has taken a few years to develop. The mosaics, yes, the mosaics and the purchase of the old downtown National Bank were really two separate things. But the mosaics, when we had the opportunity, we'd gone through the Mercantile and seen the mosaics, thought they were absolutely beautiful, and we certainly wanted to keep those preserved for downtown Dallas. So that was a large part of the reason for making that acquisition. And we look forward, actually, as the Jewel continues to develop and evolve, really look forward to displaying those. It was interesting, after we did that, after we acquired it and it became public, I got a number of letters from people, many people you would know, who talked about what the mosaics had meant to them as kids. They had been in the Mercantile in the 50s and the 60s. They remember going to their dad's offices, and they had a real emotional attachment to that. So it surprised me. I never expected that there was that much of an emotional connection for Dallasites to those pieces, which even made it more special to me. So one of these days, when we get a little bit farther down the line, we're going to display these, and all of Dallas can enjoy them again. As far as the Jewel goes, and some of these other acquisitions, it really started as an opportunity to buy that original downtown bank, which had been built in 1927, and I remember when we were considering it, we were on Stone Street, looking back at that building, thought, what a beautiful building. And it was a little bit of a wreck inside,
yes, it was.
and in many ways, but it was a beautiful building, and it being right there in the heart of Main Street and what Main Street has meant to Dallas, that definitely got our interest. I must say, if we went through quite a bit of soul searching as to what to do with the building. We knew we were going to turn it into a hotel, and the question was, what did we really want to do? Did we want to kind of do a middle of the road kind of thing? Dallas needed a downtown hotel, that would have worked. But the longer we looked at it, the more excited we got about being down there. And in fact, actually you and even Marcus had a large part to do with our decision. You know, as we look just 2 buildings down, there is the original downtown Neiman Marcus, which means, I mean, it's iconic. And we started thinking, you know, maybe we should really try to do something special here, and then brand this as a fashion hotel and an art hotel with all the wonderful art things that are going downtown. And then Forest City did a great job, or was in the middle of doing a great job with the Mercantile. And I remember just standing out there one day saying, this could really be, with the new mercantile and all of that, and Neiman Marcus, and what we can do with this building. We decided to really ramp it up. Yeah, we got a very famous architect, Adam Tahani from New York. It was a difficult sale at first. He had never done anything in Dallas, and I think at the time he was considering several more exotic locations, but we got him to come into Dallas, and we got, and I think the result was really, really good. So once we got on that path, we started looking around and had some opportunities to make some acquisitions. And so if everything works out, you know, we've got a great chance to expand the Jewel, make it even more special, and do a few other special things for downtown Dallas.
I remember one thing that you said to me at one point, and that was that this was one moment in time that you had that wouldn't be repeated,
Right.
to actually redevelop and help redevelop downtown Dallas in a way that wasn't just for now, but for generations. And
Right.
that would be your legacy in many ways. Although
Right.
I think you're going to have several legacies going up and down.
That'll be a good legacy. I don't know about the
Absolutely.
bad legacies, but that one should be a good legacy. And it really is true. It's as you remember as a native Dallasite, you know, that was, you know, standing there on Main again. I remember seeing a picture of when H.L. Hunt in the 50s, Time Magazine caught a shot of him coming out of the Mercantile. Mr. Murkison office just a couple of blocks down on Main Street. I mean, that was, Main Street is the heart of downtown Dallas. It's the heart of the old financial district. It's the heart of what Dallas was and is becoming again. We've talked about, you know, you cannot have a great city without having a great downtown. And we think we've been supported so well by the city, by downtown Dallas, by the mayor, by so many people who share the same vision. It's made it a real pleasure to work on.